I'm finna crash out. Can't get rid of me, that's what they really mad about.
You are now watching Crashout.
Yeah. It's your boy T.O. Val. We are back with another episode of Crashout the Sitcom. I am here with my other host.
You know what it is? It's your boy A Omega with the funky dope flavor.
Yo, so A Omega.
How you doing, my dog?
Hey, so the Crashout episode 2. Let's recap a little bit. Let's see. Let's get back to it. Do you remember what we talked about?
Man, we talked about a lot of heavy, controversial conspiracies, actuals and factuals with the Diddy. Oh man, let's talk about a curveball.
Yeah.
You know, there's some curves in this trial there that are, man, it's interesting. It's very intriguing there. Tell me what you got going on, cuz.
Shit, dude. It's another day. We're loving it. We're having a good time. We're here to crash out on everything that's bothering us. It's going to be a good show, man. Episode 3, moving along, dude. Let's see. We're going to talk about the industry plant rocket. We're going to be talking about Drake versus Kendrick. We're going to be talking about AI, deepfakes, voice changing, voice cloning.
Those are very intricate there, especially how fast shit's moving right now.
We're going to be talking about Spotify's ghost artist tonight. We're going to be talking about satanic sex blackmail. Wow, say that 5 times fast.
What the? Okay, yeah.
Private prison gangster rap conspiracies. I can't wait till we get to that. Kanye's descent. Big label purges. A lot of stuff, plus the good, bad, the ugly, and then we're gonna add another segment called the bizarre, since there's a lot of bizarre things going on in New Mexico as well. So,
caught me off guard.
Shit, I'm rocking the new Clips shirt. Shout out to the Clips, man. One of the best hip hop albums I've heard. Again, I'll say that one more time. I actually got a chance to listen to the full album. Have you heard the full thing yet?
No, actually, I've skimmed through it there. Couple of the beats for me there really, I like that oddball beats. You know what I mean? Yep. Exactly. They're like that one definitely on top of my radar right there, just because the way that they layered it, just beautiful.
Yeah. No,
Beautiful.
I had
Shout
to
out
show
to
support.
Clips.
Shout out to Pusha T. Shout out to Malice.
Back in the day, I had a Clips t-shirt there, actually, because my dad worked at a radio, actually worked at a CD shop back in the day. And it was a black and white t-shirt there, and it says, "I'm grinding, Jack."
Hey, I'm grinding.
If y'all remember A Omega back in them days like that, you remember I had that. I wore that shit to high school.
We're gonna have to bring back the sincere debonair A Omega for sure.
Don't be bringing back that R&B, that crazy hip hop.
We're gonna put him in a sweater, turtleneck, and a do rag next episode for sure.
Yeah, y'all gonna trip out. I'm gonna look like Yahim.
It was like a mixture of like, remember The Rock in that picture where he had the turtleneck?
Man, you roasted a spicker right
No, I'm
now,
just
man. I
messing
love
with you,
that. I
dog.
love that though. I got you.
I'm trying to get you mad.
That
dog.
was my style.
We have a bunch of stuff we got to cover today.
We gonna get hungry. We're gonna get thirsty. We're gonna talk some shit.
Before we start this episode of the Crash Out is brought to you by Luna Leaf. Thank you so much for the Skittles, guys. You guys have the most original cut of Z that I've seen in this town so far. A lot of people say they got the Z, but it ends up being the Tangy or the Clementine. Ooh. And we ain't digging that shit. It's only Skittles Terps around here, or OG Terps. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man.
Luna Leaf there. Shout out. Go get that flower at all locations across Albuquerque.
Yeah, shout out Luna Leaf. Really cool people. Shout out Anthony. Shout out the rest of the crew. Cozy Boy Rolling, sorry. I met him for the first time. He was rolling the hash holes. We got a video out of that. So that's what I was doing this week. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. I mean, stay circulating, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, for sure. So yeah, let's get to it. Crash Out, episode 3, the industry plant rocket. Big labels are fabricating stars, serving them as labels to funnel viral content and algorithm dominance. What do you think about that, A Omega?
Well, I would definitely say, I mean, ever since the jump off of AI, you know what I mean? Generating views, buying views, purchasing views. A lot of these cats out here is fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? With their actual profit, what they're doing is they're going and buying bot shit. You know what I'm saying? Fake views. It's not organic there.
Have you seen the bot farms?
No.
So what they do is they You know how your mic is hooked up on a pod right there?
Okay.
They have 1,000 of those in a warehouse with iPhones connected to the same computer. I think is this how it works?
Get the fuck out.
They're all
here.
connected to the same computer, so you just got to go on that one computer and be like, let me watch this video once, and then you know how like we have the screen switcher.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that. Like it splits the communication to all of the phones that are on the stands.
Interesting. So it does it like the frequency, like mono and FM, right? You know what I mean? Because back in the day when you did mono, it would only pick up like one side of the channel, like the speaker, like it would be the vocals or it'd be the instruments. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like that, but then it's like it's making the one view on the computer turn into 1,000 views because it's popping up on all 1,000 phones. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's that like they're doing it like tens of thousands, like literally like a farm. Like they'll have.
Can you imagine how hot that shit is? I mean, a fucking iPhone gets hot in your hand after talking to your girlfriend for like a fucking hour.
I could just imagine like
charging that bitch.
the drooling staff over there that are like setting up the phones, and then they hit play once, and then all that frequency going in that warehouse at once, and they're just frying the fuck out of their brain.
Hey man, anybody say bacon? Sizzle.
Yeah.
I feel you on that there. Yeah, but no, I never heard none of that.
But also,
shit.
they're doing this thing where, so when it goes back to AI, they're like people like Timbaland. He's catching a lot of heat right now because he has an AI artist that he's creating that not only like does every octave or whatever perfectly when they're singing into the auto tune or whatever, but it writes its own songs and sings its own songs, and it's kind of crazy, dude. And
you gotta be effing me.
And he just makes the beat or some
For
shit,
real?
and then gives it prompts or whatever.
You fucking shitting me, right?
Oh, dude, they're calling it
Timberland.
Timbaland.
Timberland is
Yeah.
fucking investing himself into the AI so much that he has an anonymous group member that's actually doing this shit, and he's gonna sell tickets and shit, and like what holograph concert and shit.
I don't know, dude.
That's fucking
probably
weird
be on
as
a screen or
fuck.
something like that. Yeah, you're right.
That's
like
weird
a
as
hologram.
fuck, bro. Like, I mean, I started freaking out when they started doing the Tupac fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the
that was
Michael
crazy.
Jackson holograms there. Who the fuck are they gonna put on now? Jesus in the sky? You gonna see the high one?
That's
the
a
creator?
conspiracy for sure, and we're gonna have to look up some more
You know
research
what I'm
on that
saying?
because they say that like we're gonna get an alien invasion, right? And that it's gonna look like a bunch of UFOs in the sky or whatnot, but then it's really,
SpaceX.
yeah, it's really them just projecting those images into the sky to fool us or whatever. So
Of course, man.
keep an eye out for the projection UFOs, everybody. Don't be fooled.
Keep your eyes open.
But yeah, dude, Timbaland, he's definitely creating an artist that's AI, and he's they're putting out an album, and that's going to be some of the new wave for some of these labels. They're going to be creating
That's weird.
artists that put out songs that they want the artist to sing, and that's going to be kind of dangerous because now you could let the AI say anything it wants subliminally, reaching our kids in a way that we might not even hear it through the song, but then they hear it. I don't know. It's just something that I'm predicting.
Can I say one thing there too? I mean, of course, how the hell are you gonna have something that's computer generated, tell you how to fucking feel? They don't know consciousness. How the hell are they gonna tell you how to feel, how to love? What do they know about,
So
holding a hand? What do
I'm
they know about
guessing, and-
catching a
and
feeling?
Just because I use ChatGPT every once in a while, right? And I'm guessing this is what they're gonna do, right? When they're gonna pick up the algorithm for every hit record that's ever been made, like keywords or topics or relative things that everybody's gone through, right? Universal topics like doing the dishes or whatever the fuck. And they're gonna just create nothing but content based on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I think. That's my guess on it.
Well, it's from what I've seen there so far, it seems like it's super simplistic there mixed with a mesh of modern ideology. You know what I'm saying? So like, we're still traditional, but they were very new. So it's like, well, what grounds do you stand on then?
Right.
I mean, are you old school? Are you new school? I mean, are you caught in between? Because if you got in between, you fucking sound just like us.
Yeah.
You just like us. You sound human, but you're not.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. What do you guys think about this new AI shit coming out? I think it's kind of crazy. I think we should all just be original and be putting out stuff that's heartfelt, not bot felt. You know what I mean?
Amen to that, cuz.
So moving along. Drake versus Kendrick. I know we talked about this a couple of times, but this is kind of breaking down like the legal battle of what they actually went through and stuff like that. So
There's always repercussions. There's always legalities, man.
yeah. After Kendrick's Not Like Us took home 5 Grammys, which included explosive allegations Drake dubbed a pedophile, right?
No.
Drake,
A minor.
he countersued UMG, not Kendrick, blaming the label for boosting the diss track and orchestrating his public character assassination. So it also says lawsuits, Grammy stage, Super Bowl. It's a full-blown industry war, talk show stuff.
So before I lose my train of thought on what you just said there,
Go ahead.
let me break it down like that. Being a simple, humble man and being out here, with the civil people there, he's mad because he's not the most popular one anymore. I'm gonna say that there. Sorry, you're not.
Like a temper
You're
tantrum.
not the class president, and you know what? Shit happens. You can't grow if you stay the same.
Right.
And you know what? You've already out. You can't be no 20-year-old person in high school, man.
Yeah, and people like Pusha T are saying that this is like damaging to the industry in ways because people aren't able to actually put out hip hop no more, because if it's just Drake putting out hit after hit after hit, and then people like Lucy and Grange backing him, no Diddy, it's just gonna be like just pure dominance across the board. Drake's gonna always be winning, right? So
why do I want to see the Kansas City Chiefs win every fucking Super Bowl?
well, and then also that
Why do I
like,
want to see anything else?
no,
It's like 4
no one
years.
also gives a fuck that you
The
just
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck that you just wrapped your Chrome Heart Rolls Royce in 24 karat gold chrome, dog. Like, I seen Kendrick out, and this brings me to a good point. When you see these posts about, like, and you do the comparison of what Kendrick's doing right now after all this fame and what Drake's doing now after all his not so much fame, you're seeing Kendrick out in, he went out to a community that they had a mural of these girls that had got, I think, raped and killed, right, in this village.
Okay.
And then somebody defaced the mural. So then Kendrick flew out there to hand paint along with the kids to restore the mural, and then put like a inspirational quote above it. I forgot what the quote was, but it was really deep. And
As to why not to do that again. And
yeah,
you know what
and
I mean?
say, well, basically saying like we weren't just I don't want to misquote it, but like basically saying we're stars in the night, but I forgot what the first line was or something like that. Okay. But yeah, it's just and then you see
it was
that
really heartfelt. He was involved in the community.
he also paid off $650,000 worth of kids lunches, like the lunch tabs that they had at the schools across
Now
the
that's
country.
fucked up shit, man. I remember paying lunch.
Yeah, so Kendrick's actually out there doing like really good humanitarian Pulitzer Prize type shit.
Shout out Kendrick.
And then Drake's
feel
just
you.
like flaunting off like, oh, look at what I bought off of these 100,000 hits that me and Lucy and Grange orchestrated with
funny,
my
speaking-
team of ghostwriters. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
This motherfucker, speaking of that there, and I'm going to put it out like that there because this is a crash out. This motherfucker bought himself a new diamond piece there, a new chain.
oh, the Beauty and the Beast one?
Exactly there. I was like,
The clock, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like an ode
I
to
saw
like
it,
Virgil
and yes,
from Louis
correct.
Vuitton.
Correct. And I was like, damn, cuh, what about, your peeps on the other side? You know what I mean? Where's the Drake Foundation?
I heard Chubbs get your hand-me-downs.
Where's the Drake Walk of Fame out in your town?
Yeah. I don't know.
And I mean, like, what's real?
Well, I guess supposedly, if Drake does kind of control the politics in Canada. Like, if you're anyone from TDE that was trying to do a show during the beef, he was canceling their shows.
Correct.
And shit like that. So he just, I don't know. A lot of this shit's kind of gone to Drake's head. Drake, come on, bro. Like, be a real rapper, dude. Like, I know you can rap and you can make hits, but like, go back to like the origins of why people started rapping. Like why you started rapping. You know what I mean? You got to really study like
What was that
hip hop
for?
as a whole.
What
dog.
was
Like,
that for?
Nobody gives a fuck if Kendrick's better than you, but you. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, 1% of your people will never ever see a Cullinan. 1% of your fans
what's a
won't ever
Cullinan?
see.
Sorry, I might be too.
Yeah,
high.
no, that's that Rolls Royce. With the stars and shit.
Yeah. See, that's
You
why
know what I
don't
mean?
what that is.
1% of your fans might see a Range Rover. They might get in a personal jet.
Right.
But as far as that there, man, all of us are still living in the projects, man. We still in the jets. We're still in the barrios. You know what I'm saying? We out here barely surviving there, So again, take account there, on this global thing.
I still think Kendrick's way better at rapping. Drake knows
Well, yeah.
Drake does know how to
helping
make
people out.
songs that girls like and shit like that. But, but I'm not a girl. You know what I mean? I like shit that's gonna make me think about my future and how I'm gonna approach stuff in this media game, whatever the case may be, just in life in general. And that's what I like about Kendrick is you could put on his songs when you're feeling like really fucked up in the head. You throw some Kendrick on, and then you're like, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? But you could only listen to Drake when you're like, I'm gonna go drink with girls, and I don't like to drink. I like to hang out with girls, but when I hang out with girls, we ain't listening to Drake. I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Moving along though, let's do this. AI, deepfakes, and voice cloning and rap. So we kind of covered that, like post Playboy Carti music. Fans claimed voice tracks may be AI generated, not the man's real voice. So even if rappers are trying to do this, like, hey, let me just go into AI and I know my voice is already programmed in there because I'm so famous. Let me just go in there and be like, let me put these lyrics that I put because I don't feel like performing, or let me type up a scenario that I think this song might be good for, and then pump that shit out.
Fucking whack.
Yeah, really whack. I like the pen to the pad method. I like typing in my phone when I have to. You know what I'm saying? But having AI, I tried having them do it one time, and it was like on some first version of these AI song makers, and I was doing a country song, and I was like, oh, I want to hear a country song about something. I don't know what it was.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a country song. But it was whack as fuck. And then I tried to do one with their rappers, like on their version of rap, and it was just like some old 80s style of rap, and then like really grungy, gross voice, and it was just weird. I didn't like
country
it.
rock,
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But I guess more power to you, Carti. If you like to do that shit, bro, that's more power to you. And if you're making enough money to be licking diamond encrusted lollipops, then more power to you.
The thing that I trip out when we're talking about that there is I can see where he's trying to use it for his advantage, because if you can cover yourself, with your tonation and keeping up your octaves, but I mean it's still auto-tune.
Well, it's lazy.
Auto-tune will correct it for you there, but I mean, it's hard to
it's like
have you cover
lazy
yourself.
Now. Yeah, like auto-tune's lazy already, right?
Yes,
but
of
then
course.
this makes it super lazy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, okay, so if it's like lazy, I mean, there was lazy with auto-tune. That was lazy. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit. We all knew. We all been there. We still hear it.
Right.
With that being said, this cat there, I mean, if he's doing that to like, mimic his octaves and like lower his levels for recording, for layering, then I could see that there. Also coming from like an R&B perspective and standpoint.
Right.
Like if you're doing it like that, then that's cool there. But I mean, we know rap spickers ain't over there trying to hit no octaves unless you're like, really doing the R&B thing.
The only one that I've really heard from New Mexico that could really hit octaves like that, like singing wise, 2-in-1 Shotty, he'd be one of them.
Okay.
He knows how to program his voice like perfect. You know what I mean? Like
with the tune and everything.
Yeah, like I've seen him where he just speaks into the iPad microphone, right, with some headphones on.
What?
Takes it to the studio, puts it into the recording program, puts all the juice and sauce or whatever on it, and that shit comes out sounding like fucking Nav and The Weeknd and Justin Bieber had a threesome, baby. And that shit's crazy.
And it was 2-in-1 Shotty.
Yeah, 2-in-1 Shotty. Shout out 2-in-1 Shotty. We're going to have you on the show soon. We're definitely working on some guest appearances and
just lining them up there,
getting everyone lined up. Yeah. We're picking and choosing who we put on Blunt Kings and the Crashout. So
because we really fuck with you when we do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we know you got some real shit to say, and so do we. Who do you the Crashout motherfuckers?
Who do you think's a really good singer like that could hit octaves from New Mexico?
I've been out of the R&B scene for so long. You know what I mean? Like when I used to try to sing and do all of that myself there. You know what I mean?
Hondro's good. Hondro,
you know what I mean? Back in the day, you know what I mean? Used to be Mateo.
David Wade,
you know what I mean? Those were the R&Bs, you know what I mean? Those were like...
I I feel like
Like the
there's one that
Genuines and like
radio was really good.
Radio was our man's, yo. Radio, man, we miss you there, bro.
Hey, let's do the radio wave real quick for radio.
Hey.
I remember when he'd be recording, he would just be going like that, and that shit was coming out fire. And
Radio,
I
man.
that's the radio wave right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raymond,
Shout out
man.
Ray.
Raymond Eddie, man. You know what I'm saying? We miss you, man. Holla at your boys.
Oh yeah. All right, let's move along. Oh yeah, but did you say anyone else with the octaves, or should we move?
No,
along?
those ones are. I mean, those pretty much nailed it. There, it was kind of scarce back in the day as far as for R&B singers. You know,
And there's really nothing to crash out about.
if you were in a group there, you was good. You know what I mean? Because you had backup there, but not a lot of solo R&B singers out here in the Duke.
Yeah, but
Back in the day.
keep going though, y'all. You guys are killing
Yeah,
it.
young cats is killing it now.
Satanic Sex Blackmail. A rapper named Smart. Hold on.
What?
Before I read the rest of this sentence, let's
you just say?
everybody realize that this rapper's name is Smart, okay? And then let me continue. All right, a rapper named Smart blew the lid off, claims a dark pre-contract sex abuse initiation ritual, drugging, assaulting artists under satanic coercion. Fans now whisper it's a spiritual horror and now exploitation. The internet's buzzing, but survivors are staying anonymous and quiet. So this goes back to the Diddy shit, right? Like, honestly, like, it goes back to the... I'm going to play that every time we talk about Diddy.
Not so smart.
So, yeah, well, I guess he's smart for blowing the lid off of, like, the claims of this stuff. But everybody, you guys need to realize when these... even when it comes to like when those child star and what are those things, like the Disney people come into town and they go, hey, bring your kid, they could be the next child star. It starts there, and then it goes to where they get into the child star shit, right? And this goes for rappers too. They get
Search for the talent. Talent search.
They get in, right? They get into Nickelodeon. They get into the Disney. They get into the, what else is there?
The beauty pageants.
Beauty pageants.
Yeah.
Just the commercials, you know what I'm saying, that are owned by these big ass companies. And then it goes to the sexual abuse and coercion. And then it goes to the hush money to the parents. And then it goes to the continuance of abusing these young stars and rappers. And when it happens to the rappers, this is what happened. This is what I heard. And we saw this on another podcast. It's where, what's the podcast where they're sitting in the barber chairs, like in New York and shit. And that one rapper was talking about how when these rappers get signed, right? Like, say you're getting signed, and I'm
correct.
Let's say I'm P. Diddy, and I'm gonna sign you, right? Because this has been claimed that this is what Diddy does. I'm gonna say, let's go party, Playboy. Let's go see all your favorite artists, Playboy. Who you like? You like Nas? Oh, we're gonna go kick it with Nas, right? We're gonna go kick it with Nas.
Yeah, man, that's
we're gonna
great.
kick it with everybody, and then after you kick it with everybody that you just barely meet for like 5 seconds, then you start going to like these other clubs where, like Exhibit was talking about. You go to these clubs and then you think you're going to a club where it's a bunch of badass bitches, and then you just see a bunch of dudes grabbing each other and doing all kinds of weird ass shit. And then after that, they drug you, they take you to a room, they do whatever they want with you, they record the shit, and then you wake up the next morning, they make you sign a contract. Like, if you don't sign this contract that is the shittiest contract in the world,
Blackmail.
Then we're going to show this tape to you.
And you're not going to be a big star either.
We're going to show it to your grandma. We're going to show it to your grandpa. We're going to make sure everybody in the world of your family and more see this tape if you don't sign this contract with me. You still want to sign, Playboy?
Yes.
I like how you shook your head and then you said yes. That's exactly how it goes.
That's how it starts.
That's literally how it goes,
starts.
guys. And you guys really want to be in the industry so fucking bad.
No.
Underline fucking
Yes.
bad. Underline fucking. Underline bad. Underline them separately.
Nope.
It's going to go either way each time.
Yep.
So that's just my take on it. What do you got to say, Ao?
Man, they've been doing it forever. They've been grooming them forever. They've been doing it since the fathers of the fathers.
What's grooming?
Your forefathers there, the fathers of the fathers. You know what I'm saying?
What's grooming?
Uh-huh. Yeah, of course. Let's take a young man by the name of Usher. Let's take a young man by the name of Justin Bieber.
Yes.
I mean, let's look at one of the
one
of the youngest successful R&B artists of Diddy's arsenal was Usher. Usher has sold more multi-platinum R&B songs than any of, I'm sorry to say it there, Bad Boy's catalog of rappers there. Usher's sold more.
And this is my point. So Usher had to give Justin Bieber because Usher's the one that found Justin Bieber. You know that, right?
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Usher found Justin Bieber, brought him to Diddy. So he's like, here's a new one. Please stop.
Leave me alone.
Please.
Leave me alone.
Please stop. Here's Justin Bieber. And that's really fucked up. So yeah.
No.
Yeah. Kevin Hart. He's used to making that
no,
voice.
No, Carlos. No.
For a reason. Yeah. Kevin Hart got it for sure.
We got you. We understood.
Oh,
you weren't saying that for no reason. We understood that. At that time.
Yeah. We're gonna be right back.
If I ain't got no bomb weed, I can't even manage. Just came in from overseas and she speaking Spanish. Throwing rocks at the king, ain't doing damage. Switching up your favorite scene, changing up the standard. I swear I got everything. Rollies and diamond rings. She was just in my bed. You look at her on the screen. And when I pull up smoking kush, it feel exactly how it seemed. Rolling trees, owning things I don't know how to lease. Cars parked everywhere, take up the whole street. She wanna give me her whole purse as soon as we meet. Soon as they talk about them bosses, that's me. And that's all we wanna smoke. Hop up on the plane and we all ready to go. All my windows closed, or top down, round, round, blowing them pounds. You want it, but we got it all. You want it, but we got it all. You want it, but we got it all. Yeah. She wanna kick it like Bob.
All right, we're back, guys. Episode 3, the Crashout.
What up? What up? What's good? This your boy A Omega there. And, we got your boy Val.
Again, one more time. This episode is brought to you by Luna Leaf. They got 2 awesome locations in Albuquerque, New Mexico. One on the corner of Gibson and San Mateo. One on the corner of Matthew and Rio Grande. Make sure you guys go check them out. They are rolling hash holes right now. They got some of the best flour I've ever tried. They got real Skittles. They got real San Fernando Valley OG. Remember that shit?
That SFV. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes there for sure.
Luna
you know
Leaf.
what I'm saying? Luna Leaf there for sure. Go get some of the tastiest. But if you know me, A Omega, I'm a big connoisseur of the cannabis there for sure. So go ahead and get some real premium flour today at Luna Leaf there.
Dope. All right. This is my favorite topic of today's episode because this is one of the things that have really intrigued me since I first heard about it. You remember Bone Thugs, right?
Man, do I remember Bone Thugs? Who does it?
You remember Crazy Bone, right?
Crazy?
Yeah, Crazy had this interview, and what he said really fucked me up. He said, what we do on the Blunt Kings, right? We go from 1985 to 2025, and we kind of see.
Yeah, we go through the tracks there. Right? We lay it down. We break it down there so that way we keep ourselves nice and sharp there so we don't get dementia and shit. Yeah.
Did you notice that there was a crazy shift from the conscious hip-hop, the positive hip-hop, to the most gangster shit ever?
Of course, it was a centric time, like I always talk about there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all really, really don't understand the time when that culture shift happened there, especially for y'all knuckleheads right now that are still in your 40s, in between 35 and 40 there, y'all should have recognized that there. You know what I mean? Like, everything was Tribe Called Quest, Naughty by Nature there. Everything was good. Everything was cool. We had backyard parties there. We had house parties there. And then all of a sudden, everybody started fighting at the parties and shit. You know what I mean? That was always there, but...
You know why?
No, I don't.
There's a conspiracy that there's a private prison gangster rap conspiracy, right? So what they're saying basically is that the owners of some of these major labels that promote gangster rap and more, like all the destructive shit that they talk about, killing, shooting, selling drugs.
Yeah.
I fucked your bitch. All the shit that Kanye was talking about, right? Instagram got your way. They're saying that the major record label owners, right? They also own private prisons. And the reason why that some of these rappers get paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars
to go to prison.
No, to promote shit that'll get people to go to prison, so that way the private prisons get filled up, and then the CEO of the record label not only makes money off of the prisoners,
residuals,
but he's making money off of the rappers promoting the stuff that influences the people that turn into criminals.
Right.
right?
course, sir.
Did I say that right?
Well, of course, sir. I mean, who the fuck are you gonna want to watch? John Elway or Kodak Black?
I like Kodak Black.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time,
Yeah,
I'm smart enough to know that when I listen to Kodak Black,
Of
that I'm not
course.
going to go kill somebody, or I'm not going to go sell drugs in Miami, or I'm not going to go do
Yeah.
a lot of these
You want to play
things that Kodak
basketball
Black
like the other cat? You know,
raps
like
about, right?
yeah, of course. Sir. And you know what I mean? The funny thing about that, they're also being said, why do you think everybody wants to go to motherfucking jail? Why do you think everyone wants to go to prison, right? They get that title. And then why
I was going
the
to say
fuck do you
something
do-
else because we're
why-
from
why do you-
Albuquerque, New Mexico, and
Yeah.
I've heard many girls say something about their baby daddy or Carlito that keeps going getting locked up. I don't know why he keeps going,
In
but
and out, in and out, in and out.
his celly always ends up being the same guy. I don't know why they gave that. I don't know why that keeps happening. So there's different reasons why people want to go back to prisons, right? But the main reason is because they're influenced by the music they listen to, and it influences them to be, oh, I'm the hardest gangster, I'm the hardest this, I'm the hardest that, I'm the biggest drug dealer, I'm the biggest killer, I'm the biggest.
And again, like how
thief.
you said, the system, you know, the owner of the prison,
Right.
you know what I mean? The owner of the record label there. Why do you think all of these rappers go to prison for a year and a half vacation?
Right.
They come out, do content, they buy the newest whip. I'm sure they haven't fucking made that much money in jail there.
By the
You know what
time
I'm
you could
saying?
afford it, the car isn't important.
So how the fuck are you guys really getting these resources? And again, that's exactly brings me to what you're talking about right there with, you know, they're in cahoots there. Hey man, you just stay at my prison for a while, have it nice and cush there, you know what I mean? Ride a 4-wheeler through the tier, you know? That was
Well,
a
I bet
Diddy
you-
one, right? You know what I mean?
They say that Diddy's getting
four-wheeler
like
and all that
semi-good treatment. I guarantee Diddy's getting the best treatment ever. I saw him riding a dirt bike in the
That's what
fucking
I'm
prison
fucking
and
talking
shit.
about, man.
Like-
that kind of shit.
Yeah, like, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, we got to do better as a society, or else everyone's gonna keep looking at us and laughing.
Slip and slide down the stairs and shit.
But the fact of the matter is, yes, these CEOs may have their hands in owning a lot of these private prisons that
A lot more.
they're gaining really, really big profits.
So stay the fuck out of jail.
There's also a conspiracy too that some of these rappers are actually kidnapping girls after their concerts and human trafficking them.
New Mexico is
Sorry, I'm from New Mexico.
Very, very small.
Yeah,
And that shit happens out here a lot more.
and that's why they
gets
have
reported
stacks.
there.
That was
There's
that
a
was
lot
my main
more of
point,
that
like
shit
the
going
money.
on than people get, than actual people report it there.
Right.
And we need to keep up on that there. But, you know, this is a crash out. We're going crashing out. We're on to the next topic there.
Yeah, Illuminati, cloning, and time travel in hip hop. So the classic myths that'll never die is that Jay-Z is a time traveler, Gucci Mane got cloned, Tupac never died,
Yeah.
and Kanye West is under MK Ultra and mind control, right? Let's talk about one at a time. Jay-Z, the time traveler. You seen the picture, right? The
Yeah.
old Jay-Z picture.
Yeah,
where they-
1901, 1908.
these things are believable, honestly. I don't know. Like,
It's genetics,
I
dog.
might be really high. I might be really
Genetics, man. Well, I
in
think
tune with
I
the
think it's
conspiracy side of things.
the Luna leaf there.
Shout out Luna Leaf. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Jay-Z.
I like to be able to open my eyes to things that, like, is it impossible, right? Like like when people go, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Well, it's a theory, right? Because
It was built on some truth.
right, and then it's a conspiracy because nobody knows if it's true or not. It hasn't been proven, right? But at the 2025 day and age that we're at right now, it seems like a lot of these things are really unfolding, and a lot of things we talked about on euthanasia, right? When we put euthanasia together, we knew that there was a shot coming, so we put the shot on there. We didn't know what kind of shot, right? And
Yes.
then it turned out being COVID. A lot of the content from the TIO albums, we were talking about these conspiracies just to be funny, like on some ICP, horrorcore, fuck the industry type shit, right?
Check it out. Stay awake.
But then as the years went on, a lot of these things that we said started to become more and more into the light.
Vivid. They were
The
very
time
vivid.
traveler thing came from, they think that Trump's bloodline is the one that,
Traveler.
yeah, they stole Nikola
Tesla.
Tesla's invention. They raided his house after his death, his untimely death. I wonder if he's in Cuba with Tupac. We'll get to that in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like they Tupac Cuba Nikolai Tesla. They took all of his inventions and they say that Trump's family is the main carrier of this information or whatever, and that Barron Trump and Donald Trump are able to travel through time as well. And there's a book, old ass book called the Time Travels of Barron Trump or some shit like that, which is super crazy. So like these are kind of like the things that go through my mind when I go, is it a true conspiracy theory or is it not? And I don't know. I honestly think it's possible for people to time travel. I think that people are doing it and have done it. We've seen iPhones and old paintings and shit like that, right?
Old, I mean, I've seen some footage there probably about 3 days ago. Man in Japan, you know what I mean? 1986 there, you know what I mean? Somebody had a, good old millimeter camera there, you know what I mean? 8mm, was just doing some stuff. This guy was just, they had the spotlight on him, you know what I mean? Really, really, really cutting edge technology at that time there, to have a spotlight on him there. And you know what I mean? It must have been a big old ass suitcase on him, but he picked up something there and, it had a black, flat, glossy screen on the front. He turned it over and I shit you not, it had that little square. Had that little square on
Like
that corner.
the BlackBerry?
That's just like that. Like how we all got it there. You know what I mean? Had that
with
had
the cameras,
that, had that nice little thing on it. And he was like, oh, no. You know what I mean? And just put it down. And I was like,
yeah.
wow, trip out. You know what I mean? Or like footages from the 60s I've seen of some of the, people that have caught footage through cinematography or photography over the years of that, documenting
It's real.
it.
It's real.
I mean, come on. I mean, we're all, if we didn't learn anything from the Matrix there, we all know that we are human conductors of energy. I mean, each person holds the same equivalent as, D-volt battery. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all just fuel for the next machine. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know it. You know what I mean? You got to stay awake there. You got to know what to do with it there. So, harness your energy and push it towards a good thing.
I totally agree with that. Hey, Omega, shit, you nailed that shit on the head, dude.
Yo,
Now,
we're all there,
that was good. And you know what else is good? The good, the bad, the ugly, and the bizarre. In New Mexico.
Man, this is some of the good stuff we're talking about right now.
All right. So the good.
What up, Nuevo?
The good of New Mexico right now. This is an update, right? New Mexico's climate power play. So Governor Lujan Grisham, she's doing a $210 million climate resilience fund. It's a game changer. It's pumping money into water recycling, renewable grids, oil field cleanup, and historic flex in a state that has been defined by drought and fire for the rest of its life, or its history or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out the land of enchantment wants to enchant the planet back.
Okay.
Oh, like I want to enchant the planet back.
Yeah.
Like the planet,
I want to bring back the essence
planet
of
enchanted New Mexico so much we want to enchant the planet back. I don't know.
That's an interesting wording.
I really
and
don't
wordplay.
trust anything that comes from the governor. $210 million is a lot of money. We've already sold our water rights to Texas. I don't know how that's going to
Colorado gets some. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we ended up, you know what's crazy is I was thinking about this the other day. We sold our water rights to Texas, right?
Yeah.
And then they just had like a crazy ass fucking flood. Like, did you think that had anything to do with that?
I mean, they're still flooding. Well, that again goes into another episode there because of, different
We'll research
stuff
that.
there.
We'll look that up for next episode.
You know what I'm
We'll do
saying?
that.
Like that I've been.
But that's a good question. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad I got it on camera.
On top of that there. But with that being said, I mean, money for water recycling there. I mean, yeah, we do get a lot of it there. If we look at our other neighboring states there, like Arizona, for instance, there, you know what I mean? One of the hottest states in the country, they, from what I've been researching with them, that they're getting ready to get everything they have with their drain water, their gray water there, as well as their, just their average everyday water from their sewage there as well. They're going to start recycling that to reuse, like the car washes. When you go to the car wash there, they're not using water from the ground there. No, they're using water that, the other car was washed with there.
I'm going to say this.
So 220 million for recycled.
210.
Yeah, 210 mil,
Still a lot of money.
dude.
So Governor Lujan Grisham, I have a message for you. If this is right, and this is really a power play for New Mexico, I expect to at least see $10 in my pocket extra than I never did before. 10 or more, whatever. But anyway, let's move along. All right.
Yeah, the oil field cleanups, all that stuff there. Yeah,
I expect to see all that too. Don't get me wrong, but like if it says there'll be a money boost for everybody in the economy and all that, like come on, at least $10.
It's not in ours.
All right. So the bad of New Mexico, disappearing neighborhoods from Santa Fe to the South Valley. New Mexico's heart is being gentrified out of its own body. Rents have skyrocketed. Airbnbs, whole blocks, and cultural heritage is being flipped into real estate gold. There is a quote that says, "Our abuelitas can afford to live next to the murals they helped paint."
Damn.
Spoken word at the Albuquerque Art Walk.
Whoa.
So, yeah, this is interesting. I've noticed this a lot. This happened really, the first time I remember this happening was, remember the lady that lived in the Natural Hispanic Cultural Center parking lot? Like, her house was there. She didn't want to sell it, so they built around her house. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
So yeah, there was this lady, I forgot her name, really nice lady. Shout out to you. She decided that she didn't want to sell her house when they were building the Natural Hispanic Cultural Center.
Okay.
And what ended up happening is they said, okay, we're just going to build around you, and you could just see our parking lot every day. And our, I think they put her right across from like the concession stand or the what do they call them, the snack bar or whatever of the Natural Hispanic Cultural Center.
Yeah.
So stuff like this has been happening a lot. One good thing I can see in this is what they've done to Central. Like they've taken a lot of these old raggedy hotels that were once crack havens or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they turned them into
squatter
like,
spots.
Yeah, they turned them into really, really nice pieces of property and added pools and a nice place for the tourists to come and stuff like that. But if you're doing this to like the South Valley neighborhoods and the classic Albuquerque neighborhoods that have been here, like Barelas, Duranes, let's see, Martinez Town,
Right.
Or whatever. I think I might be naming gangs on accident or whatever, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
know what you're talking. No,
like
you're speaking the truth
all
there.
these
You're speaking
all
the
these
truth.
neighborhoods where these communities thrive and come from,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna cause a lot of problems in the city of Albuquerque, upsetting people to the point where they're not gonna give a fuck about the city or state anymore, and I wouldn't blame them, you know.
Coming from an Albuquerque native right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'd be pissed.
Me coming from up north there, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of, shit like that go down in Santa Fe there, you know what I mean? Like, in general, Agua Fria there, you know what I mean? Like, what once used to be, affordable there now is turned into something ridiculous, you know what I mean? And we all know the capital city there always has skyrocketed anything in realty there, you know what I mean? You can't even buy a house right now brand new for under $460,000. You know what I mean? You could maybe
That's
get away
crazy.
with
And it's a tiny ass house.
450,000
For a tiny
for
chante.
what?
For a pequito chante.
Chiquito. Fuck it. I don't know.
All right.
It's a trip there, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a trip there too, because I mean, you're kicking out the grandmas that have been there and seen the generations that know that it was a dirt lot.
That's fucked up.
And you know what I mean? The mural that they helped, paint on, and they were there from the 60s and the 70s, and they came up with that. You know what I mean? That's part of seeing it. That's part of their peace of mind. They really enjoy that there. So, you know what I mean? Them trying to kick them out to, accommodate to their part is kind of fucked up, to their agenda.
No, I agree.
And, that's somebody, grandma. How would you like your grandma to be ran off like that? Think twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, think twice before you talk about anyone's grandma. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, or try to kick grandma out of the house there. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
All right, moving on to the ugly of New Mexico. Rio Doso's flooded future. In July 2025, flash floods slammed Rio Doso, killing 3 and destroying over 200 homes. Burn scars from the past wildfires made it worse. The state's climate vulnerability is no longer a theory. It's eating its entire zip code. One summer it burns, the next it drowns was an emergency planner's quote from the Rio Doso Recovery Task Force.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really awful what's going on in Rio Doso. Super, super ugly.
Again,
I think we need to figure out a way to not only make it to where, like, if there is another fire, that it blocks off the community, and if there is a flood, that it diverts somewhere else to the nearest.
We need
something.
different drainage plans for that town.
Already, it's already happened
This
2
is
summers in a row.
numerous times there.
2 summers in a row,
and
you know?
it just keeps. And they just let it. And we're not getting the resources we need from the FEMA. You know what I mean? Also between the Calf Canyon and that. Also up north, for those folks up in Mora, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
from north to south, east to west, you know what I mean? And
Right.
us trying to get those resources back from the government is very, very slow, and it's very frustrating there, I know.
So anybody that could do
Yeah.
anything for Rio
Help out.
Doso in the
Help
meantime, we got to do it all over again. It's time, it's time to help Rio Doso all over again, and it's not a bad thing. We're not saying it like it's a bad thing. We're saying it like it's a dire thing.
help
you know what I'm
out,
saying?
help out your brother, help out your sister,
Yeah, definitely.
help them out. We all need help.
All right, moving along. The Bazaar. This is the first time we're doing the Bazaar, so this one's kind of crazy. Cows, lights, and classified flights. They're saying that in spring 2025, ranchers near Socorro reported more cattle mutilations,
What?
precise bloodless organ missing surgeries. Like, these cows are looking like they had professional organ surgery, like taken out of their body, organs taken out, professional, blade wise,
What?
laser wise, whatever you say.
Laser wise.
No, for real, like laser cutting. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Oh, but it was also followed by sightings of silent black triangles overhead. Meanwhile, what is that? FOIA leaks confirm that advanced aerial tech trials are nearby government land. Is this a coincidence? So this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about the projectors, right? Like, there's really something crazy going on. Like, okay, what do you want? Do you believe in aliens? Hey, Omega, let me start there.
Oh,
Or
man.
like, and
I've been looking at the
their
stars
names
in
aren't
the
their
sky
names aren't
there.
even aliens. Like,
You
their
know what I
last
mean?
name isn't like George Alien and
No,
Jane
yeah,
Alien.
no,
Like,
no.
there's something definitely out there. We don't know if it's supernatural, if it's from another dimension.
Is it spiritual?
Yeah,
You know what I
so
mean? Like,
there's
is it,
something definitely. I don't know if it's black
is it an
triangles.
angel?
flying
Is it
around.
a
Yeah.
demon? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They say there's
that's
there's different ones. They say there's
Yeah.
grays, there's reptiles, there's the
greens,
the greens. Those are the ones that the Roswell people talk about.
the Tartarians.
That's really one. That sounds like a Viking. But yeah, no, I think you're right.
Well,
though.
that's
There-
that. That's
there's just a bunch
the
of
blonde
weird-
haired ones.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Those are the good ones, right? Like
Man, I just know that they big as hell there. I remember there's this one conspiracy thing that I watched on back in the day, and it was like some Russian, dude that documented some bunch of shit and like actually broke down like the friendly ones, this and that, and it was like a documentary for about 45 maybe to 58 minutes on that one.
So
and that shit
basically-
was a trip.
yeah, basically. So there's that theory that there's a bunch of group of different what is
Underwater
it?
cavern
extraterrestrial entities. We'll call them
beings.
ETEs. You know what I mean?
ETEs.
Yeah, etes. They're not esses. They're etes. So I don't know. I believe there's something.
Yeah.
And there's been speculations in New Mexico that there's a chupacabra that's eating the fucking cows. But when they would do it, they would mutilate the fuck out of them. Like
They would slash and
it
hack
would,
it.
it would look like fucking
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre in that bitch.
Yeah, it was like when a fox got into the hen house there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You just see feathers and blood and shit like that.
But
But pulling organs out,
Surgically, like with the surgical slice, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yo.
where the slice is so precise that the guts just fell out and then the guts just ran off.
that's yeah.
That's where I kind of draw the line on. I do believe that there's something out there that's doing this, and maybe they just need the cow organs to survive. You know,
Kinda
we're about to
eerie.
eat tomahawks in a couple of days. We have to take them out to thumb.
I'm hungry.
They don't, they don't have to thaw that shit. They just pull up with that fucking laser beam and then they fucking They don't need they don't grill that shit. dog.
Asada.
Fuck no.
Asada.
They have asada. They like use like the bladder as the taco, and then they put in like the fucking tripas in the fucker and just
Hook it
Laying
up.
it down.
Hook it up there.
Yeah, so
I
I do
feel that.
believe that there's shit like that out there.
There has to be, dog. I mean, there has to be, man. There's so much facts right now that's out, and there's speculation there. But I mean, from what we don't get none of that from even our own. You know what I'm saying? As far as being here in the United States of America,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Our government is just so quiet. It's scary.
Yeah, there was a local radio host from Desert Signals 93.7. Shout out to you. He said, if it's not aliens, it's DARPA with a dark sense of humor. What's DARPA again? I forgot. Do you remember? Brother, do you know what DARPA is? DARPA? DARPA with the dark sense of humor. I'm gonna have to look that up. We'll get back to you guys the next
That's going to
episode.
be on the next episode, the follow up.
You guys are watching the Crash Out.
You know what it is?
This is episode 3. This is probably the funnest episode so far, honestly. Like, I know the first episode we called out people like Johnny James and shit, but that was like shit that it spewed to us when we do this segment. One thing I did want to say is like the reason I brought something. I'll say, oh yeah. So Dizzy Lokes had hit me up, right, and he was just like, oh, I challenged Johnny James to a fight for charity boxing match, right? I guess they're doing this influencer boxing league, right? IBL. And it was going to be the first one. They were going to be the main event. And Johnny James told him to fuck off, basically, I guess. He's too busy for him and yada, yada, this and that. So it kind of upset Dizzy Lokes. And then Dizzy Lokes kind of went on this, like, how come you don't want to fight me type shit. He's creating a new YouTube page, Dizzy Lokes versus everybody. I'm excited to see it.
Okay.
I think it's cool that New Mexico is finally taking a stand like we are and just saying, fuck the bullshit. You guys are falling for a bunch of nonsense. And let's get back to some originality and some purposeful shit. Something that really gets people talking, something that really gets people thinking.
Yep. Thought provocative.
Not just all about you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like when we do things around here, we do it for everybody, bro. Everybody knows A Omega more than me, and I like it that way. I'm just gonna say that.
No.
I'm serious. You know what I mean? When I built Strain Damage, right? I wanted everybody that was on this media platform to get the shine, and I never wanted to be on camera. You could ask Raj, DBG.
No. I've been there since the get go.
They had to force me to sit down whenever I had to fill in or whatnot. And I hated it. Now it's fun, you know what I mean? Because this is something
Our natural elements.
I've always wanted to talk about conspiracies. I've always wanted to talk about, just all the drama in the industry because we wanted to be part of this industry at one point, right? And then when you find out that this place is not what you seem, or not what it seems, sorry, it just kind of disheartens you and it makes you want to go against the grain a little bit. And that's what we're doing here on the Crash Out. We're going against the grain fully. I really don't give a fuck what people think about us or what. We're going to take this shit to some fucking Jerky Boys, Howard Stern level, bro. And no one's going to stop us, honestly. This is the Crash Out, episode 3. See you next week.
Peace.